Alright, last one. Another way of hearing. Now, this was a nice 2-hour reading. This will be like a 2 hour and 15 minutes, I assume, stream. Save. Okay, there were definitely more saves at the end there than Euclid's. SCP-1399 is to be kept on a plain wooden desk in the middle of a locked room upon the last page with a camera observing it at all times. If the page is observed to change in any way, notify the site administrator. Additionally, an adjacent room, henceforth designated as the observation room, is to be set up with a television and radio set to switch between several news channels on an 8-hour cycle. SCP-1399 is a thin 15-page children's book titled Another Way of Hearing. The cover depicts the Earth with the title above it. There's no author indicated on the cover. SCP-1399 ISBN correlates to no assigned ISBN and is labeled publisher. The Diskia Books corresponds to no recognized publishing company. When read sequentially, one page at a time in its entirety, it consists of a variety of disconnected visual images that have strongly associated auditory connections along with the words Another Way of Hearing image. Page 3, for instance, is an image of a train, below which are words Another Way of Hearing trains. Save for the last page, all images in text have remained static while in Foundation hands. The anomalous effect of the book occurs once the last page is turned and the book is closed. Immediately, the reader ceases to be able to receive any auditory stimuli from the world around them. Instead, their eardrums will resonate in concert to what has been determined as the auditory stimuli of a variety of alternate worlds. That is, their hearing will be transposed to another reality. So, they hear what the other reality of the same room? Or just general, like a different reality, like, let's just say, like, we're in the room here, and a plane flies over my, my place. My hearing would not hear it. But in the other reality, if a plane were to do that, but there's no plane in this reality, would my hearing hear the plane from that reality instead? Or would, even if though I'm inside a room, would I suddenly hear like pop chatter and I don't know, or maybe like better, the sound of a person jumping into a pool, even though, like, as you can see, there's no pool here. Like, I'm just trying to ask if the hearing from the other reality, if that's in the same location or if that's in a whole different location. I guess it depends on the reality at the end, but yeah. This phenomenon extends only to hearing, with sight, touch, taste, smell, and less conventional senses apparently unaffected. It has been determined that the particular alternate universe to which the book attunes its readers dependent on the last page, which changes periodically. All readers who experience the effect between changes have been determined to be hearing the same world. A list of recorded historical diversion and related images can be found in document 1399B. The last page so far has appeared to change at the same time as the rarity of major world altering events occur. The book seems to reattune people's hearing to a world where that event occurred differently, usually in a catastrophically negative way. This phenomenon has been known to create considerable distress among D-class personnel due to disorientation from a difference in auditory and visual stimuli. For this reason, it is advised to provide any affected personnel with a pair of high-quality earplugs to assist with concentration during interviews and the interest of preserving their sanity. D-class personnel subjected to the effects of SCP-1399 are exempt from monthly termination until all possible acoustic mapping of the particular alternate reality has been completed. Document A, page change procedure. If at any time the last page of SCP-1399 is observed to change, 3D class personnel are to be recruited on a voluntary basis. Due to the subsequent removal from monthly termination, volunteers have proved relatively easy to find. To prevent complications, personnel are to be briefed of the effect of SCP-1399 before exposure. Once subjected to SCP-1399, the first D class is to be escorted to the previously established observation room. The declares to be provided with a writing utensil and paper from them to record all possible relevant information pertaining the divergence. After 8 hours, conduct a written interview and rotate in a second D class. Continue process every 8 hours until all possible information has been collected. Document B, an abridged record of the observed forms of the last page of SB-1399 and its apparent correlation with world event divergence. March 12, 2011, page changes. New page, an image of waves breaking on a sandy beach, caption another way of hearing waves. Associated world event not in magnitude earthquake in Japan. Well, that's a whole different. Established diversion. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant fails to stabilize and the core meltdown occurs. Superheated reactor steam breaks containment and escapes in large quantities, causing mass irradiation and fallout over much of Japan. April 29, 2011, page changes. An image of church bells swinging in the chapel tower, caption another way of hearing bells. Associated world event, marriage of Kate Middleton and Prince William of Great Britain. Established diversion paramilitary commandos storm Westminster Abbey, murdering all present royal personages and state officials at the beginning of a coup d'etat by a separatist faction. Britain descends into civil war. June 3rd, 2011, page changes. An image of a fighter jet, caption now way of hearing planes. Associated world event, attempted assassination of Yemen President Ali Abdullah Saleh. After being taken to Saudi Arabia for medical treatment, a second assassination attempt occurs and succeeds. Israel's Mossad is implicated. Yemen declares war on Israel. Yemeni officials acquire nuclear weapons through undetermined channels and utilize them. Nearly all of Israel destroyed or contaminated in resulting 15 empty explosion. A chain of retaliation takes place over a period of 12 hours, resulting in nuclear holocaust and presumed destruction of foundation facility. D-class subjects suffered complete hearing loss with the incineration of eardrums in both ears. August 27, 2011, page changes. An image of a rainy day outside a window, caption another way of hearing rain. Associated with when a Hurricane Irene makes landfall. Hurricane Irene unexpectedly and inexplicably develops into a Category 5 storm and sweeps along the eastern seaboard, causing billions of dollars in damages. New York City is devastated. Number of casualties unable to be estimated by D-class personnel. And there we go. We finished the 1300s, and we finished it with an oddball. Gotta be honest. But yeah. Oops. There we go. And here is the rating. Cave operation. Yeah, no, I mean, I just really like the guy. He just wants company, and you should not go past a certain point. But yeah, he seems to be just like a chill dude. Just wants some company. That's basically it. It's alright, it's alright. Sorry, the song is pretty catchy. But yeah, a failed work of art. To be honest, it's a good work of art, but it's also a creepy, scary work of art that you created, my man. I don't want to go to that world. Or any world it creates for me. I don't want... no, I'm good. I'm staying here. Don't need to read that book either. A dead language. Yeah, that's... I think it's just very interesting that, like, it just wants to be the only language available. It doesn't want to, like, grow as a language and people speak it. No, it wants to be the only language. English, German, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, Russian, Afrikaans, any language like that. Like, no, get that out of here. Nobody wants to speak that. You should speak this language, and also feel like you're growing wings for some reason. Feel stone. Yeah, it is creepy to like see a head of a stone that looks kind of like you, with a date of your death written underneath it. It is kind of creepy. And it must be also be really weird for like people who just, you know, came to it for a short visit, and next thing you know they come back and they see a stone head of you, of yourself or of somebody who you know, and you're like, who who did this? Who took the time to make chisel a rock into the shape of my friend's head? Another way of hearing. Yeah. I'd rather not. It just sounds like a lot of stress. It just sounds like a lot of stress happening in the other realities. We already got enough here with like 7,000 to 8,000 SCPs. We don't need to know what's happening on the other side of another world. Hateful Dead. Just, I think what's like really interesting is the fact like what kind of like lyric or description each one has, and of course they're all like death related, but kind of crazy to have like an album that has those in it. Dream Syringe. Not as fun as like, you know, be able to like suck up dreams with it and then just, you know, like, oh, before going to bed, stick that in me again so I can continue my dream. Nope, it does anything else. It does some nifty stuff. Nifty but scary stuff. Somebody Else's Mess. Kind of the title like explains it a little bit, and the whole SCP explains it a little bit, but I wish we could have known what the kind of mess it really does create. Like, how bad is it? Maybe it does, and I just skimmed over it too fast. Trophy and kill sats. Honestly, I kind of forgot what it was about. Trophy and kill sats. Yeah. The satellites. Yeah. Yeah. See, like sometimes like you read those and like you're like, oh yeah, this is interesting, but then like you get tired and you like your brain just gives up. I just want to know how long the guy inside the satellite thought he like when he found out how long he was in there. I wonder what the number is. You teased us and you're not gonna let us finish. Functioning scarificator. Again, it sounds like an instrument that you should not have had to begin with. But of course, back in the days, people were like, oh, you know, a little bit of bleeding out is good. But with this one, it's not a little bit of bleeding out. It's non-stop bleeding out. But you survive. Except that maybe your brain doesn't. But, you know. Tomato. Who knows? Who cares? But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed today's reading. We, just like I said, a 2 hour and 15 minutes reading or stream. Tomorrow we shall continue and we shall start the 1400s. Yeah, nice. So, I wish you all good morning, afternoon, evening. I hope I get to see y'all tomorrow when I start that. And the Af was with you.